Hi, I'm Gil, and I'm going to show you how to create a Docker container with neofetch. Neofetch is a terminal application that shows you system information. And I'll tell you why this is interesting. So when I type neofetch, it tells me what my OS is, my host, my kernel, all sorts of information. Now what's interesting about this is that the Docker container that we're going to create is going to have a different OS. So when we run neofetch from inside the container, we're going to get different information. So let's start by creating a Docker file. A Docker file is a file that tells Docker how to build an image. So we start by doing from. This will determine the base image for our Docker file. So this is usually the OS, the Linux distribution, or it can be something that already has some other applications. So it can be simply bare bones Linux with almost nothing installed, or it can be Linux with MySQL or Python or something. We're going to get just the base image. So it's going to be Alpine, which is a Linux distribution, very minimal and very small as well. We're going to get the latest one. We could add a version here instead of latest, but let's just go with latest because we don't have any requirements for version. Now, we also need to run some commands. So for that, we're going to use run, and we need to update the packages first because we're going to get the Alpine fresh, and we need to update it first. So we do that by using apk update. So apk is the package manager from Alpine, and update just updates the repos, so they're fresh. We also need to install some packages. So we're going to do and apk add. That's to install packages. So we're going to need make, we're going to need git, and we're going to need bash too. So we're going to need make to install the neofetch. We're going to need git to get the code from GitHub, and we're going to use bash to run it because Alpine comes with ash, which is a shell that's very simple, and it doesn't run neofetch. Now we still need to actually install neofetch in our container. So we're going to use another run. We could have done all the runs in the same line, but I'm just opting to separate them so it's easier to see what's happening. So first of all, we're going to create a directory called opt, just to keep it clean. And we're going to git clone the repo. So fortunately, I have a file here with the repo. This is the repo that we're going to be using to get it from. And now that we can, so we need to clone it into a directory. So we're going to clone it into opt neofetch. And we also need to install it. And we install it by going into the directory and make install. Let me clean this up a bit. Sorry about that. Now, this is going to create the opt neofetch, and it's going to install it in the system. Now, the last thing that we need is an entry point. This is what happens when we call the container. So for our entry point, we need to call neofetch from bash. So we need to call bash and then neofetch. So it's always a good idea to call the complete path of the binary. So you're going to say bin bash, and for entry point, it's a list of arguments, and it's a good idea to also separate them by commas and keep them separate, just like this. So if we also had arguments like -t, we would need to also put it comma and inside double quotes. So now we need to call neofetch, and our Docker file is done. Now we need to build it. So we build it by using docker docker build dot to build in this directory with our Docker file. Then -t to call it a name, and we're going to call it neofetch. So now it's going to execute the Docker file. And you can see that it's going to get the Alpine latest. I already had it, that's why it was fast. It's going to run this line. It's already using cache because I already did this before. And it's also going to do the getting the package from Git, the code from Git, and installing it. So as you can see, it did all of that, then the entry point, and it was built. Now, how do we use this? So now we can just do docker run neofetch, which is the name of our images. So neofetch is what I wrote here. So if we called it something else, we would just say docker run something else. Now for this case, we just want to do docker run neofetch. And this is going to execute the entry point, which is neofetch. And we're going to see the new information from the container, like so. So now you can see that this is very different from what I showed before. Different OS, but it still has the information from the host because the host is the same. And that's it. That's how to create a container for Docker with a simple terminal app like neofetch. I hope you learned something. See ya.